The knights charge at the firing pillagers, taking out all but 2 of them. The 2 escapees run village side of the knights, loading their crossbows for a second time. One of them is greeted by an arrow of Dan's releasing. The other, as a result, dashes into the village and enters the territory of Dr. Traorus. With a swift move, the doctor cancels the intruder's life insurance. Behind the doctor appears an axe-wielding Vindicator, and behind him appears a Vindicator bashing Grim. The first wave has been defeated. Dr. Traorus sees Shikari, the hunter, coming to ring the bell, as is norm after every wave. Unbeknown to the doctor, who thinks everything is over and hands over his spear, Dan, in an attempt to celebrate, climbs to the highest tower, only to notice the second wave approaching. As the horn blows for a second time, everyone enters the church, leaving only the defenders outside. The second wave has begun. In charges the beast of the raiders, the Ravager. The knights reduce in number, though not in spirit. The Ravager breaks through the line of knights and charges mindlessly into home after home. The Illagers take this opportunity to enter and cause chaos, but Grim has them at bay, with Dan's aim providing great backup. Dr. Traorus runs, but is cornered by the mob. His swift slashes with the axe keep him alive momentarily, but only Dan's arrow truly keeps him safe, until the Ravager chases him to no end. The doctor runs and runs, hoping that accurate Dan will eventually hit the speeding Ravager. With no choice left, he dives into the river, despite his inability to swim. The Ravager follows, but gets stuck. In that moment of hesitation, Dan's arrows pierces his body several times, eventually taking the beast out once and for all. Dan's attention turns back to Grim, who has defeated everybody else, but remains weakened. The second wave has been defeated. The doctor, on the other hand, sinks deeper and deeper, as was shown to him before he boarded the hut. Much to his surprise, he sees Dan's hand reaching down to him. Without hesitation, he reaches to his friend and is pulled to the shore. Upon exiting, he picks up his axe again, ready to celebrate, until the horn blows for a third time. Now only Dan, Dr. Traorus and Grim remain to protect. The third wave has begun. Dr. Traorus, left with neither energy nor choice, has to hurry to make it to the church in time, before he gets cornered. Dan's position is not to be safe if it is reached by the raiders. Grim, despite his prowess, is against the odds as he faces not one, but 2 beastly Ravagers. Dr. Traorus sprints and skips, while the door is opened for him slightly. His presence inside is thankfully just moments before an arrow speeds into the closed door. Now, the axe wielders charge and slam the door, over and over, breaking it slightly with each strike. Dan's rest at the top is aided when he can shoot down the climbers, but is cut short when his arrows have all run out. Now, without weapons and within firing range, he is moments away from an end. As time passes on, the situation seems more and more helpless. Dan rests atop, awaiting the first raider to jump at him. Dr. Traorus rests inside with the terrified villagers, whose terror grows with every strike. As the horn blows for a final time, it seemed as though all is lost. But not to be. The horn was that of fellow knights, who had received news from Craig the Deus Ex Machina messenger. As they charge in and defeat the raiders, the doctor jumps out with his axe and Dan leaps from the heavens to aid the charge of the knights. The Illagers stand strong, but to no result as they are shredded by the charging knights. The raid has been defeated. Yelling follows the success, until something is realized. The doctor approaches his friend, Dan, sitting beside fallen Grim, who, with what of his life remains, hands his dear friend a flower. The same that was presented, when they had first met.